Let's see how it all went down in the 2019 Thanksgiving Day football game. A very temperate 42 degrees at kickoff. Different story from last year. As you can see, Jake Boyd warming up before the game. He's done most of the quarterback duties for the Broncos for the last 2 years. And there he is. Luke Boyd, the all-time leader in nearly every passing category. He would show up in a big way yet again. Let's jump right into the action. First quarter, Broncos on a big first down. Jake going for it all to Chris Roberts, and Luke Boyd jumps in front. Yes, he can play defense too. He takes it to the house, the first pick six in Thanksgiving history. Gets the Patriots on top first, but the real story on this play is Jake Boyd's collision with Chris Roberts on the return. He would come up limping, would limp the rest of the game in obvious pain. And after another turnover, the Patriots' first offensive play of the game, Luke Boyd deep to Andrew Thomas for the score. Andrew was limited to just 4 catches last year with a broken finger. This year starts off strong. Patriots already up 13-0. Broncos trying to stop the bleeding here with a quarterback switch. That's Mitchell Habew to Chris Roberts for a gain of 25. Now Mitchell throwing up top for Jake Boyd, who goes up and gets it for the score. Let's flash back for a bit and go all the way back to the first ever Thanksgiving Day football game. That was Jake Boyd's first receiving touchdown since 2014, and here he is catching a shovel pass from Graham Brunt when he was just 10 years old, his first reception since 2017, and he would prove valuable to the Broncos as a receiver. Back to the action now. Next Patriot possession after a few incompletions. Luke Boyd on 4th and 30 goes deep for Andrew Thomas. The one-on-one with Jake Boyd. Thomas comes down with it despite the PI. Luke already throwing a couple of touchdown bombs early on this one on a big 4th down. Next Bronco possession. Mitchell Habew on 1st and goal. Right over the middle to Jake Boyd using his height advantage. It's 20-12. They would miss the extra point again, but it's already a shootout here in the first quarter. Closing minute of the first quarter. Here, John Habew going to take a snap at it. Jake Boyd on the rush, that is, and he gets it over Jake into the arms of Luke Boyd. Luke playing all the positions today, this time an 80-yard reception off a beautifully placed throw by John Habew over the fender. Ben Petrin and the Patriots are up 27-12 at the end of the first. Broncos in a hole here now on 2nd down and 30. Mitchell Habew throws over the middle. Chris Roberts, who somehow gets behind the Patriot defense, and with his speed, forget it, he's gone. They would miss the extra point, which would keep it a 2-score game, 27-18. Luke Boyd takes a snap, going right away to his security blanket. Zach Boyd. Zach was surprisingly limited this year. He was finished with just 3 catches, 2 of which were touchdowns. So Patriots up 33-18, and it's Denver again now. 4th and 2 on a 4th and short. Why wouldn't you run it here? Mitchell Habew looking to his left, throwing for Ben Petrin just out of reach. Good defense by John Habew, and forces a turnover on downs. Patriots going the other way. John Habew looking to his left is intercepted by his brother Mitchell. The pass was intended for Thomas. Now what would the Broncos do? Could they take advantage of a rare takeaway? Well, it's 4th down and 40 after an intentional grounding penalty, and they're going for it. Jake Boyd has QB again. He's got to get rid of it. Looking deep, tipped by John Habew, intercepted again by Luke Boyd. He had 3 picks in the first half alone. This one just acted like a punt coming off 4th down. So no points off the turnover for the Broncos, unable to take advantage. Now the Patriots backed up on their own 8-yard line. Luke Boyd takes the snap, is rushed by Roberts, and he slings it deep for John Habew. Are you kidding me? 92 yards for the score, the longest touchdown in Thanksgiving history. Luke Boyd said after the game that his arm never felt the same after this throw because wow, was it a long one. But a tight spiral, picturesque throw. Patriots now up 3 scores, but now they're up 2 scores as Mitchell Habew looking for Jake Boyd, who does come down with it, dives for the goal line, and he would get in. An amazing effort by the gimpy Jake Boyd, reinventing himself as a receiver, and his impact was felt by the Patriots secondary all game long. Looking at the replay, Mitchell Habew's throw here is not exactly what you call on target. Jake goes up and gets it and dives just before Andrew Thomas could make the tackle. And why are we showing you the kickoff? The Broncos go on sides. Jake falls on it as they steal a possession away, and they're right back in it. Can they take advantage of that play now? By the way, that was the first successful onside kick in Thanksgiving history. So very next play, Broncos trying to add another score before the break. Mitchell Habew now is quarterback under center. Motioning to his receivers, looking left, and it gets broken up by Luke Boyd, who made himself known on defense all day long. 2 plays later, it's 4th and long for Mitchell Habew, trying to fit it in between 2 defenders. It's incomplete, forget the flag, it was just offensive PI. And it's a 2-score game at the recess. 3rd quarter now, opening kickoff of the second half. Why are we showing it to you? It's either a big play or a boo-boo. Mitchell Habew nails the kickoff right at Andrew Thomas. It goes off his chest, bobbled by John Habew, picked up by Mitchell Habew. Forget the return as he's ruled down by contact. But again, the Broncos stealing a possession on special teams. Could they capitalize on it? Second down and 40 after a false start. Mitchell Havu goes to Chris Roberts. Chris set the single game receptions record. We'll get to that a little later. It's a gain of 25, bringing up 3rd and 15. Mitchell looking left. Goes to Jake Boyd, his 4th touchdown reception on the day, and it's a big one to pull the Broncos within 1 score. Next Patriot possession, trying to get back up. Luke Boyd, the veteran, playing in his 5th game. Looking up to Andrew Thomas, brought down inside the 10. Look at that throw. It's a gain of 68 yards. Patriots running the no-huddle offense. Luke Boyd rolling right, floats it up for Zach Boyd, and there's nothing the Broncos can do to stop it. Take another look at this throw that led up to the touchdown. Luke Boyd showing poise beyond what anyone could have imagined. A beautiful pass under pressure. Now have you lined up under center. The play action looking deep for Chris Roberts for the 60-yard score. They get it right back. Roberts and Boyd couldn't quite connect on the high five, but they're still fired up. It's a 1-score game yet again. Patriots now dialing up the trickery. They give to John Havu, who makes a great throw to Andrew Thomas down inside the 20. A 15-yard touchdown run by Andrew Thomas put New England up 53-38. So 4th quarter, we go. Another quarterback change for the Broncos. They went back to Jake Boyd for the last frame, and Jake again gets fooled by Luke Boyd, and he is gone on the return. His 2nd pick 6 of the game, and I remind you that we never had a pick 6 ever, and Luke Boyd carded 2 of them, both off his little brother. So now it's over, right? Boat race is on. Patriots are up 3 touchdowns again. No. Jake Boyd finds some sort of redemption here to Chris Roberts, and with that pass, Zach Boyd's single game receiving yards record of 337 yards. Chris Roberts broke that, and he would get much more than that. Stay tuned for that. Patriots up 13. After the Broncos converted the 2-pointer, Luke looking up for Zach. Incomplete. Good defense by Jake Boyd. Next place. 2nd down and 30. And Luke's going to try to run for the 1st down. Chris Roberts makes sure he only gets 5 yards on the pickup there. So 3rd down and long. Direct snap to Andrew Thomas on 3rd and 25. Goes left, and he stopped just shy of the marker. So 4th and 5. Big down here. Broncos needing to hold them. Luke Boyd looking left. Gets pressured by Roberts. He gets rid of it. Andrew Thomas, and you just knew as soon as this play happened that a flag was going to fly for pass interference, and you can see the replay here. Mitchell Havu made contact just a little too soon, so it's a fresh set of downs for the Patriots. 1st down and goal from the 15-yard line. John Havu in motion. Gets the toss from Luke and finds Andrew Thomas. That was Thomas's 3rd TD of the day. They would go for 2, and they would get it to go up 67-46, back up by 3 scores. Broncos in desperation mode now, needing points in a hurry. 2nd down and 30. They wouldn't go down without a fight, though, as Jake looks deep for Chris Roberts, again on the deep route. Another long pass for Jake and another long touchdown catch for Chris. This made Chris eclipse 400 yards receiving, but he wasn't done. Ensuing kickoff, Broncos go onsides again. This time they were ready for it. John Havu recovers, so a short field for New England. Next play, Luke Boyd showing a lot of poise again. Nice calm pass to his bread and butter, Zach Boyd. Jake is able to get a crucial tackle to prevent him from scoring, so now they're dialing up the trickery again, and John Havu tries to force it in, intercepted by Chris Roberts. It's a huge turn of events there, and the Broncos now have it, down by 15, but the opportunity is there. Jake Boyd, 3 plays later on a big 3rd down, looking for Ben Petrin. He drops it. So it brings up 4th and long. They were 0 for 5 on 4th down up to this point, and this time they finally convert. Jake Boyd to Chris Roberts, a big play there, moving the chains, keeping the drive alive. A gain of 32. Next play, Jake Boyd trying to force one up for Ben Petrin, and it is intercepted by John Havu, but he's tackled at the 2-yard line, so the Broncos give the ball up, but the Patriots have a horrible field position. In the very next play, what do you know? We have our very first safety in Thanksgiving Day football game history. The botch snap, Mitchell Havu tackles Luke Boyd in the end zone. And it's 2 points for the Broncos now within 13, and they'd be getting the ball back. And here's the free kick. Luke Boyd gets off a great hanging punt, fielded by Havu at the 5-yard line. And down the sideline, Mitchell Havu could go a large portion of the way. Luke Boyd, great tackle at the end there. And let's look at this replay here. Amazing punt by Luke Boyd. Jake Boyd actually fields it, hands it off to Mitchell Havu because he's faster. Mitchell makes Andrew and Zach miss down the sideline. Amazing effort, not quite all the way, but it would not matter, as the very next play, Jake Boyd gets off a quick pass to Mitchell for the 5-yard score, and the Broncos are in business. That was Mitchell's only catch of the day, but it was a touchdown. Broncos are in business, now down just 7 points, needing a stop on the next drive. 1 minute and 22 seconds to go here. Luke Boyd, as cool as the other side of the pillow, goes to Andrew Thomas on the slant, a gain of 35, move the chains. Next play, Patriots trying to put it away. Luke gets to John Habu. He went for 162 receiving yards on the day. It's a gain of 15. Nice tackle by Jake to stop him before the first down. Going right into the next play here, Luke Boyd thought about running this as he sets up the play here. Thought about running it, then throws across his body on the rush by Roberts, almost intercepted by Jake Boyd, goes right through his hands, and Jake no doubt wishes he could have that one back as the Broncos all wonder what could have been had he picked that off. Now, after a first down, it's second and goal. Luke Boyd throws to a wide-open John Habu for the nail in the coffin of the hopes of the Denver Broncos, who fought so hard to get back into this game. Heartbreaking for Jake Boyd, who just knew that it was going to be the Patriots again for the third straight year. Only 12 seconds left now. Broncos needed to get in the end zone on one play, maybe hop on an onside. That was a gain of 50 to Chris Roberts, but it took 7 seconds. Now, last play of the game, Jake Boyd to Chris Roberts again, but it would be too little, too late for the Broncos. And that play at the end made it the closest point spread of any of the 5 documented Thanksgiving games. But what an effort by both of these teams. The Patriots do eventually prevail, 73-66.